Hello, wonderful world of YouTube. I am back. I apologise for the fact that I haven't uploaded anything in a while, but yeah, this video, not 100% sure how long it will actually be, is sort of a Disney 20 questions video, but it's also got a very exciting announcement linked into this video that some of you may know about if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook or any other social media, but I just thought YouTube haven't been told and it's Disney related, so I may as well do it in the form of a Disney video. And yeah, because obviously I love Disney and I don't really do many Disney videos, but I want to start doing more, so yeah, so I'm going to get started because there's quite a few questions to get through, 20 to be exact, but I just want to say a huge thank you to Martin for letting me use some of the questions that that Helena and Martin, who also do Disney videos, have done in a previous video. So if you want to check them out, please do, because they're amazing and they have inspired me to do some more Disney videos. So yeah, so the first question is, a scene in any Disney movie you wish you could experience? Probably, that's hard because there's so many potential scenes that I absolutely adore, but I feel like it would have to be from Beauty and the Beast, the live action, just because that film for me was incredible. Loved the whole film, but I think the scene that I love the most is Gaston, the song, and then the whole like dancing on the tables. It all looks really fun, and yeah, so, and Gaston is pretty cute, so yeah, Luke Evans smashed that role. If you could choose any Disney character to be your best friend, who would you choose and why? Again, another tricky one because I've got so many characters who I'd love to be my best friend. I think though, I just love Abu from Aladdin. He's just so cheeky, he's funny, like he doesn't need to speak because he's just a funny character, how he's silent and he has his little moments throughout the film, and I just adore him. I really do. Abu, great character. Favourite princesses? Now, for me, I've sort of got a top 3 princesses because ever since I was a little kid, I was addicted to Cinderella. Like, I had a little dress-up outfit of Cinderella's dress. I had a Cinderella doll, a Prince Charming doll, a fairy godmother doll. I had the horse and carriage. I had a wand. I just wanted to be Cinderella from when I was about 4, 5. Yeah, and I just absolutely loved her. I just thought she was incredible, and I still do love Cinderella to this day, so yeah. But my other 2 favourites are probably Belle, because why not, it's Belle, how can you not love Belle, and Rapunzel from Tangled. Love her. Love, love, love. Disney scene that never fails to make you cry. Oh, I sort of don't want to say this one because it's quite a new film and I don't really know if many people have seen it, so I'm just going to say spoiler alert, but the ending to Toy Story 4. Oh my god. I was not emotionally ready for it, and I blubbed my eyes out because I'm a huge Toy Story fan. I love Toy Story. It's brilliant. And I have grown up watching them. Well, I say grown up watching them. Like, the first one was out before I was born, but there's just something truly amazing about Toy Story. I love it, but that made me cry. Beauty and the Beast, the live action, I cried 3 times when I saw it in the cinema. I cried, was it 3 times? I can't remember. I think it was 3 times. Because I cried when you saw Belle in her like yellow dress. It was really cute. I cried when the Beast got shot because it was just horrible to watch. And I also cried during the song How Does a Moment Last Forever, the little reprise bit that Belle does. And it's, oh. And like every time I've seen that film now about 20 times, and every single time I don't cry anymore, but I get like goosebumps, and it always happens every time them 3 scenes come on. So yeah, Disney are doing something right. First Disney movie that I saw. Ooh, I think it was Cinderella, because obviously I loved Cinderella when I was little. Yeah, I reckon it was Cinderella, and I think the first like Disney / Pixar film I ever saw was Finding Nemo, because I remember I went to see that film in the cinema. Yeah, I saw that film in cinema, and I think that was the very first Disney movie that I saw, like, in a cinema. And I just remember Bruce coming on the screen, and I was quite close to the front, and I was terrified of Bruce, absolutely petrified of him, but such a cute film. So yeah, Finding Nemo and Cinderella were the very first Disney movies I saw. And I think like I did like the traditional Snow White, Bambi, films like that were like the very first ones I ever saw. Favourite character? Oh god. I think for me, I'm going to have to do a top 3 because I just can't choose a favourite. Well, I sort of have 2 favourites, but I've also got like a top 3. So in my top 3, the 2 favourites are Donald Duck, because if you can't tell from the t-shirt, love Donald, and Forky. How can you not love Forky? He is just the funniest character from the Toy Story 4 film. He's adorable, and he's just so lovable, and I absolutely adore him. And the fact that he's getting released, well, yeah, he's getting released on Shop Disney, and I'm so tempted to get him because I absolutely adore him. But my top 3 are Donald, Forky, and also Daisy Duck, because I just love how fab she is and how sassy she is, and she's just an icon. I'm sorry, she is. Favourite villain? Ooh, there are so many good villains out there. Like, okay, I'm gonna pick my favourite. Hang on, I think I've missed a question. Yeah, I didn't. Going back. So, favourite Disney movie? Oh my god, that is hard. Because there are so many good Disney films out there. And I do have to make a slight confession here. I only very recently saw Zootropolis, is it, for the first time? A few weeks ago, and it's a great film. Really, really good. Don't know why I've never seen it before, but absolutely loved it. Really, really good. But I really like the classic Aladdin. Like, that's in my top 3, and I think I am going to have to do top 3. I sort of got like top 4/3 because I'm going to do like my favourite classic, favourite Disney film of all time, and favourite live action. So, favourite classic is Aladdin. Aladdin. Favourite live action is Dumbo and Beauty and the Beast. And then favourite Disney films of all time. I'm going to be controversial here, and I'm going to say Toy Story 4 and Tangled. They're like my top 5 in a way, yeah. So I was on favourite villain, so I'm going to do favourite villain from each of my favourite films. I think from Aladdin, it's got to be Jafar. He's just ace. He's really, really good. I love Jafar. From Beauty and the Beast, Gaston, obviously. But I think my favourite, all-time favourite Disney villain is Scar, because he's so evil. And like, but to be honest, I've sort of got a villain that I hate so much, but I love at the same time. I love him because I hate him so much. And I think Disney did a very good job with this character, and of course I'm on about Hans. He's just so evil, but I just love him. I love him, but I also hate him. I don't know how that's possible, but he's just very, very, very evil. Very bad character, but very good as well. So Disney have done really, really good with that character. Favourite song? Okay, so again I think I'm gonna have to do like favourite song from favourite like films, yeah. So from Tangled, I've Got a Dream. From Aladdin, probably Prince Ali. And from Beauty and the Beast, it's a mix between Days in the Sun and Something There. Them two songs are just incredible. Love them both. Which Disney character shares personality traits with you? I think for me, that's quite hard actually. I feel like I'm quite similar to, quite similar to Rapunzel, because I love purple and I always like to follow my dreams. It's very deep, but I also really like, I feel like I can relate to Daisy. Like I can be quite sassy, and she's always fabulous, and and I sort of describe like mine and one of my friends, Helen, who you will know if you watch this channel. We sort of describe our friendship like how Minnie and Daisy have theirs, because she's quite like Minnie and I'm quite like Daisy, so we sort of like, you're the Daisy to my Minnie, and yeah, we relate to them characters, so I feel like for me it's got to be Daisy. So yeah, Daisy Duck, love her. Opinions on the newest Disney films you've seen. Okay, so I've been to see all the new Disney films this year. So I've seen the live action of Aladdin. I've seen Dumbo, I've seen Toy Story 4, and I've also seen Lion King. I feel like Dumbo and Toy Story were my favourites out of them. I wasn't too impressed with Lion King. Like, we were discussing, because I went out with a few mates last night and we were discussing how, like, some of the animals were too real. And I know that it's going to sound weird sounding like that, but they were too real. Like, they didn't have the same facial expression that obviously the classic Lion King characters had. Obviously, Seth Rogen as Pumbaa was a brilliant choice. He's so funny, and I love Seth Rogen. But I feel like, for me personally, Zazu really annoyed me. And I know he's meant to be quite an annoying character anyway, but I just didn't like what they did with him. Like, I feel like Rowan Atkinson would have done a better job if he would have done it, like he did in the classic film. The singing wasn't very good, apart from Beyonce. Obviously she smashed it as Nala, but Scar, he wasn't evil enough. Like, Jeremy Irons did a better job in the classic, and I think the fact that they did Be Prepared, which is a great song, but they only did like 30 seconds of it, and that song for me is my favourite, like all-time favourite Disney song. And the fact that they got rid of it, well, not got rid of it, but cut it down, I was a bit like, why? So I wasn't that impressed with Lion King. Aladdin, it wasn't my favourite, but I did enjoy it. It was very colourful. Really, really liked Taboo. The cast were really good. I was very impressed with Jasmine. I don't know her name, like actress name, but yeah, it wasn't the best. But I feel like Dumbo and Toy Story 4 were like perfect. Like, I think when I first heard that they were doing a Toy Story 4, I was a bit like, what's it gonna be about? Because Toy Story 3, the ending for that was perfect. And I was like, how are they gonna do that 10 years on and make it a great film? Because Toy Story is a great franchise. But all the new characters I absolutely adored, like Forky. I love what they did with Bo Peep, like made her really like independent, a strong young woman, and I was like, yes, Disney, yes, bring in that female empowerment. I thought Ducky and Bunny were hilarious. Gabby, not too keen on her, but the ventriloquist dummies that were her like henchmen type people were terrifying. I have not a phobia, but I don't really like puppets or dummies, so I was a bit like, ooh. And I always jumped every time they came onto the screen, so I didn't like them at all. Again, I loved the ending to the film. It was so cute and I did cry. But I just loved, I think it had so many funny moments in the film and I absolutely adored it. Dumbo, amazing film, really, really good. I think the fact that the classic Dumbo film is only an hour long and then this one was 2 hours, so I was like, what are they gonna add on to make it longer? And Dumbo, he was adorable, and oh, I was just in awe of it, and I really enjoyed it as a film. Because I'm not the biggest, like, I like the classic Dumbo, but I'm not the biggest fan, and yes, but the live action was beyond anything I could have ever imagined it would be. Like, it was insane. Such a good film. So yeah, they have done a good job with the films this year. So now I'm moving on to my announcement. So I'm going to Disneyland. So I'm going to Disneyland Paris on next year in July, and it's actually been announced that the Jungle Book and Lion King Festival will return next year. So that'll be on when I'm there, which, oh my god, has made me so excited. Like, I have to meet Minnie in her little outfit, I have to meet Mickey in his outfit, maybe even meet them two together. But I cannot wait. So me and two of my friends who we went to Disney on Ice together, so it's me and Helen and one of my friends who I've been friends with for a very long time. So me, Helen and Chloe are all going together. We're staying at Santa Fe, so we are in a Disney hotel. We're not in like one of the expensive ones, like it's cheap, but it's Cars themed, I believe. Santa Fe is the Cars themed hotel, and I cannot wait to go back and just have the best magical time ever. And I've also heard that the Disney characters come to your hotel if you're staying in a Disney hotel between, I think it's 8 and 11, to meet guests who are staying at that hotel. And I think for our hotel we have Goofy, Mickey and Pluto as our like 3 main characters, which obviously has got me very excited because I have met Goofy before, but I can't wait to see him again. So these 10 questions are going to be about Disneyland. So yeah, so the first one is favourite land. So if you don't understand this question, at Disneyland Paris they have 2 parks. So you've got Walt Disney Studios and you've got Disneyland Park. In Disneyland Park they have separate lands. So they've got Frontierland, Adventureland, Fantasyland, Discoveryland, and I feel like they've got another one. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, I believe. And they've got like Adventure Rail and little sections. And I think out of all the sections, Frontierland has got to be my favourite. It's just, it's in, and I did go to, I think I went to all the lands. Yeah, I did. I went through all the different lands when I went. And Frontierland, there was just something about it, like I loved the western vibe that I got from it, and like, because you have Big Thunder, what was Haunted Mansion, which is now Phantom Manor, and I just love the fact that you've got all like the barbecue style restaurants nearby as well. And I think Hakuna, that's in Adventureland. It's not in there. But I just love the whole vibe you get from it, and it is my favourite land. But I do love Fantasyland because obviously you've got the castle. So yeah, I just can't, it's a magical place, it really is. Favourite ride? Now, when I went, I only got to go on a few rides because I wasn't staying at the park, if that makes sense. It was sort of like an added extra on a trip that I went with college. So we only got like a few hours in the park, so we didn't get to do a lot, but I did get to go on the Small World, Haunted Mansion, Buzz Lightyear's Laser Quest thing. Adventure, the Aladdin walkthrough, and Big Thunder, I believe. Yeah. And out of all of them, Haunted Mansion, which surprised me because I always thought that was like a really scary like ghost train. Sounds a bit like, because I'm not the biggest fan of like ghost trains and stuff like that, so I was a bit like, yeah, I'm not too sure about this ride, but I went on it and I loved it. And I have said that I won't look at any of the Phantom Manor videos because I don't want to ruin it, but it's just the fact that all my favourite vloggers like Haynes have gone on it and they've posted like videos about it, and it looks incredible. Like, I just love what they've done with like the stretching room, how they've added in the Phantom as well. Like, that's really cool, and I cannot wait to go on that ride. And I definitely will be going on it, probably more than once, because it's amazing and I cannot wait. Very excited. But there are also a few rides that I haven't done before, like Pirates of the Caribbean, because I think last time I went it was closed. Yeah, so Pirates, Toy Story Parachute Drop, Ratatouille, Slinky Dog, of course, I have to go on that. Well, to be honest, practically all the rides in the studios, apart from Tower of Terror, because I'm not, no, that's not happening. But I'm excited for like Casey Jr., the little storybook ride, and like the Enchanted Maze as well, Alice's Curious Labyrinth. I'm excited for that. What are you most looking forward to in your trip? I think for me it'll be like the fireworks and the parades, but also like, because I'm going for the Lion King and Jungle Book festival thing, Jungle Book Drive, that looks insane and I cannot wait to see that in person. I just know I'm going to be like overwhelmed. But like, I think the fact that it's not just like Mickey and Minnie, it's like Chip, Dale, Clarice, Goofy, I've said Chip and Dale, Donald and Daisy, Baloo, King Louie, like it's a lot of characters, and yeah, cannot wait. And of course, Mickey and Minnie, can't go wrong with Mickey and Minnie, but like, I feel like I'm most excited to meet quite a few characters, because obviously last time I went I only met one character, and I didn't really know how to act with a character because I've never really met any Disney characters before, so I feel like when I go I'll be more confident and I'll actually talk to them, and I know they can't always talk back, but I'll still talk and interact, and I'm hoping one of my interactions works. Fingers crossed. Will you make a plan for each day at Disney? Of course I will, and I mean, I'll probably like plan it all out like a few weeks in advance, because I know that we're wanting to do character dining for 2 times, and we're also hoping to get a photo pass. So, and I think we're planning on Inventions and Plaza Gardens as our character dining, and I know you can book them 60 days in advance, so they'll be booked when I've paid it all off. And yeah, so I have to do Inventions, like it's been recommended, and I'm also on like a Facebook group, so Disneyland Paris Tips for Brits, so like if it's your first trip and you want to ask questions, or you want something picking up from the park, stuff like that, it's really cool. So, and it has been very helpful with like working out what to do, when to do it, where to look for like characters, Have you planned out outfits and ears? So yes, I know this is a bit weird, but I'm looking into getting a Disney crop top for the last day. Probably will get a hype one, the one with either getting one of them or wearing my newest one from Primark, the black crop top with Pluto, Mickey, Donald and Goofy on, and just wearing like shorts. But for the first and second day I'm sort of Disney bounding as Donald Duck on the first day, so I've seen this like Donald Duck crop top of like his sailor top that he wears online, so I sort of need to order that soon. And I've found these 2 ears which I've paid a deposit for, and they're Donald Duck and Daisy ears which I've had made for me, which is cool. And I'm just looking into getting like white shorts, probably wearing my trainers, or getting some like cheap mustardy shoes or something. And then like mustard knee-high socks as well for Donald, and then for Daisy either the purple polo neck like crop top from Primark, or just a cheap pink crop top with white shorts, and maybe like a little Daisy Disney pin badge to show that I am Daisy. And I think I'm planning on booking to meet Daisy on the second day in online Bertie, so then I can meet her dressed as her and be like, I'm you. So yeah, and I'll probably buy another pair of ears, or I might take these ones because I do really like them. Like, they are so cute. And yeah. Have you been to Disney before? Yes, I have. As I mentioned, I went on this trip in 2017 to Paris, and on the second day I think it was, we spent a few hours at Disney, but we only went in the Disneyland park. We didn't get to go in Walt Disney Studios. So when I go, I definitely will be going into Walt Disney Studios, and I will be riding Crush's Coaster and a lot of other rides, and hopefully meeting loads of characters in there as well. And yeah, and lots of shopping, obviously. What is an unforgettable experience you've had at the park? Well, when I went, I told myself I can't go to Disney for a few hours and not at least meet 1 or 2 characters. So when we got there, there was a queue for Minnie Mouse, I think. So you could queue up and meet Minnie. It was a very long queue, and when we joined it, we'd just been into the little shop as you come into the entrance to Disneyland Park. There's the little shop. We went in there. I bought the standard like Minnie Mouse ears, and like the red ones, and they're really cute. They're not very comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, I've worn them a lot and they're not the most comfortable ears I've got. And we went into the queue, and we were in it for like 10 minutes and we hadn't really moved, so we sort of gave up and said we'll probably come back later, because we knew that she was there from 10 till 4, so we're like, we'll come back about 3 o'clock, join the queue if we can. And then we went back at 3 and she'd gone. I think, oh no, we forgot that she'd, because we were queuing, because we queued for Buzz for about an hour and a half. But it was a nice queue, that one, it wasn't too bad, and we weren't, because we desperately wanted to go on that ride. And we completely forgot about Minnie. We went back and she'd gone. But when I looked over to the right, I think, of all like the window displays were, I saw that Goofy was there. And there was like 6 to 8 people waiting to, like, in the queue to meet him. So I said to my friend, would you mind if I met Goofy? And it was like a 5-minute queue, not even that. She was like, yeah, go for it. So I ended up meeting Goofy, and he was adorable, like really, really funny, great character. Like, he's so tall, he's amazing. I love Goofy, but like, because I wasn't really sure like what to say, what to do, I didn't really say anything. I just hugged him, had a photo, left. But like, I feel like now when I go, I'll be running up to hug them, chatting to them, interacting, doing whatever I can, because like, for me, like, Mickey Mouse is like the big meet that I have to do when I'm there, and I know I'm just going to be like saying a lot of things to Mickey. Will you make a bucket list? So yes, I do sort of have like a bucket list of stuff I want to do, and like, so the first day at the top of the list is to meet Donald and Mickey, because I want to meet Donald because obviously I'll be dressed as Donald, so it'll be a nice interaction. I want to meet Mickey so I can tell him how long I've waited to meet him for and how much I love him. Like, obviously Jungle Book Jive, Parade and Illuminations are a must, but one big thing I want to do is buy the Disneyland Paris Rose Gold Spirit jersey, because I recently bought the Minnie Mouse one from Disney Store, and it's so comfortable. I live in it. It's currently dirty, so it's in the wash, but it's so comfy, and I think I'm going to ask for the Donald Duck one for my birthday because it's adorable and I love it. So yeah. But yeah, that's on my bucket list. Will you use extra magic hours? Of course I'll use extra magic hours, because it'll give me the chance to go on like the rides that have the biggest queues, so like Dumbo, Peter Pan's Flight, just rides like that, and hopefully it will allow me to meet characters, because I know that a few characters are around that you can meet. So yeah, hopefully Donald will be there, fingers crossed. Or like Chip and Dale, Mickey, maybe Mickey and Minnie together, Pluto, Goof. So yeah, and I obviously will try and meet characters who come in the hotel as well. So yeah. Last question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited am I to return to Disney? Obviously a 10 off the scale, like, I'm so excited to return to Disney, to meet all characters, to go on rides, to just feel like a kid again. Like, I remember when I went in and I walked in and my face just dropped, like, because I remember one of the memories I have, and it also relates to one of the questions of, and I'm going to move back onto the question because I completely forgot until I remembered this memory, but the Disney scene that makes me cry. The first few minutes of Up are just so emotional. The music, what happens in it, and when I walked around, looked at the castle, the Up music started to play, like the and I was like, is Disney trying to break me emotionally? I was so unstable and I was like, oh my god, I can't. I was just wanting to cry every few minutes, walking around with that music playing, looking at the castle that I'd seen on so many photos and just having it right in front of me. So yeah, but that was the final question. I do hope you've all enjoyed this video, and when I do go to Disney, I might vlog, but I'll do like a trip report, which will probably be a very long video, but yeah. And I'll also do a haul as well, because I'm planning on buying a